Rina is typical Middle Eastern street food. It's a food that I grew up eating, the food that my grandma used to cook for us as a family. Very flavorful, lots of fresh ingredients, fresh produce and proteins, very bright and beautifully seasoned. So you can probably hear it in my accent. I'm originally from Israel. And Rina is named after my grandma. She was a huge inspiration for me, and I used to spend hours in the kitchen with her growing up. Her picture is actually hanging on the wall when you enter into the restaurant, and that photo was a great inspiration for creating the space. I knew that I had to bring some of that freedom and charm of the Middle Eastern beaches to Atlanta. You have to start your meal with our creamy hummus. We have a few different options, and you can pick and choose which topping you'd like. You have to dip it with a crudité and the fresh pita, divine. I always like to recommend people to get a side of some of our mezze to go along with it. It's such a great way to start the meal with a cocktail or a beer.
We are a vendor for produce, and we wanted to come support one of our accounts, and this was a place that we wanted to eat.
We were interested in getting Middle Eastern food, so I got the street fries and the hummus, and I really enjoy it.
One of the dishes that I want to showcase today is our falafel salad. By far one of our crowd pleasers. And the reason why I love it so much is because, first of all, it's healthy, and that's how I like to eat. But it also has so many elements, and it allows you to taste so many of the flavors that we serve here at Rina. The falafel recipe is my grandma Rina original falafel recipe. The falafel is very bright and green just because we use a lot of fresh herbs in the mix. And it is served on a bed of lettuce with our sumac slaw, some pickled onions, feta cheese, crispy garbanzo beans that has a shawarma spice to them. And we are serving the salad with our Green Goddess tahini salad dressing, and it is such a great, great option.
The one I wanted to highlight, it was recommended by the server, was the butternut hummus. It had a combination of roasted butternut, dukkha spice, harissa oil, which wasn't overly spicy, so I wasn't sure if it would be, but it balanced really nice, and the whole plate was just delicious.
Schnitzel is a fried chicken cutlet, very, very popular in Israel. I used to eat it for lunch pretty much every day growing up, and we wanted to bring that dish here and give it a little bit of a twist. So we are frying our chicken cutlet fresh to order, and then we are spreading our beautiful spicy tomato sauce on top with harissa and then some fresh cheese, and we pop it in the oven, and when it comes out, it is irresistible.
I got the chicken shawarma bowl because I am a fan of like Mediterranean cuisine and a big chicken pan. There's a lot of flavors going on, rice, lettuce, it's really yummy.
And then every meal at Rina has to end with one of our milkshakes. We have Turkish coffee milkshake as well as tahini date honey milkshake, and we also feature some seasonal flavors. So that would be a typical perfect meal at Rina. The entire restaurant is centered around the bar, and it's such a great place to grab a drink while you're taking a pause from walking the belt line, and that's kind of the focal point as you walk down the stairs. The drinks at the bar are all inspired by my favorite beaches in Israel. We are featuring, classic cocktails with a slight Middle Eastern twist. Khof Alma is one of our frozen cocktails. It is made with arak, which is a very typical Middle Eastern liqueur. It's very anisey, almost like pastis, and we mix it with passion fruit and some gin and lime. Super refreshing and great when you're walking on a hot day on the Beltline.
It's a very walkable area, and it's just nice to be able to have like such a diverse group of restaurants in the area, and that's part of the reason why we picked Rina's.
One other reason that keeps people coming back is how casual we are. We don't take reservations, first come, first serve. When people are walking the Beltline and are craving something good and delicious, they immediately think of us, and we love being part of that community.
If you haven't been here and you're in the Ponce area, you're walking the Beltline regardless, You can get small plates, you can get a full meal. The menu looks outstanding. It's got a great backstory with the grandmother's recipes and everything else. You will not be disappointed.